Hello, future crypto millionaires. I decided to record a video about the market situation and explain my perspective to you. Right now, there's a lot of strong FUD going around that we've entered a bear market and that this is it, the end of the market. And I'd like to give you my point of view so you can understand what I'm focusing on, what I'm expecting by the end of this year, next year, and in 2026. What I plan to do, whether we're in a bear market or if this is just the beginning, I'll cover everything in this video. Let's get to the chart and I'll explain the whole situation in detail. People now like to compare the current situation to 2021 because in trading, as a rule, we always rely on history. But then again, if we look at this exact scenario from 2021, 2022, many are saying that it's repeating itself right here. Looking at the charts, yes, there are similarities, but charts as a rule very rarely play out one for one. And right now, this exact image is being pushed all over the internet, saying that's it, we've had the drop, the final bounce, and from there we're going to head down somewhere to the $50,000 range. So on the whole, we probably did have that bounce. We can see it, here it was, right around $100,000, which is where we expected the price to go. And after that, in theory, that's it. The bear market starts from this moment and we're heading for $50,000. I'll say it right now, I absolutely disagree with this strategy and with this opinion because the situation back here in 2021 when there was the crash, 2022 in 2021 when the crypto crash happened, nobody knew about crypto. Cryptocurrency was this sort of gray area where just various schemers made their money, and that was it. Back then, very few big players were getting into crypto, like Michael Saylor, like banks, companies that hold bitcoins on their balance sheets. We're talking about Bitcoin. We're not talking about the whole market. We're specifically focusing on Bitcoin right now. And here we have an ascending channel where we've fallen out of it and are now going to test this very lower boundary of the channel. In the future, the upper boundary, if we return, well, that's in the region of $140,000. Right now, forecasts vary greatly. Some say we're going to 50,000. In fact, if you look in terms of liquidity, we have a huge amount accumulated, clearly here at 70, and then later to dive into the $49,000, $50,000 range. That would be very good. But again, after October, when there was a massive dump, very few people remained in the market. And now to push the price down to $50,000, it seems like there's no point. Right now, they need to create euphoria, drive Bitcoin somewhere to 120 or even 140,000. New players will come in, new retail investors who will start buying it up, and the people who bought here, even at 80, at 90,000, they will be closing their positions at 140. The whole of trading works like this. Smart people buy assets cheaper. So here we have a distribution zone after which a pump occurred. Here the whales and smart people were closing their positions. Next, after they closed their positions, this is where the hamsters buy and the whales and insiders sell. Then the price rolled down, and these very hamsters who entered here start to sell. Here, these whales who sold here start buying back, a pump is created, and then distribution follows. So the entire market works on this very same principle. What do we see now? We had good growth. Again, if we take, say, 2023, take 2024, even take the beginning of 2025 here, there was good growth. For the big guys with large capital, well, to earn even, say, 40% in a year is an awesome result. So just look at this chart as speculation. That is, here the guys were buying, and here there was a sell-off. Another pump, another sell-off. Now those who are scared are selling. And right here, in this range, the big guys, the whales, are accumulating, and they will be selling off somewhere in this area. I would leave the chart drawing like this, but I often work with TradingView, so I can't leave it. But this is roughly the scenario I expect. How long we'll stay here? I don't know. Maybe we'll stay here for another, I don't know, a week, because tomorrow is D-Day for us, and there will be a Fed rate cut, which in theory should push the price up. Maybe that's it. We'll now be standing still through Christmas, New Year's, the January holidays, and only go up somewhere in February, March. I don't know that yet. I think the peak of the growth will come around, say, September, October of next year. That's where we could find ourselves in the region of 140,000. But this, in my opinion, is a very realistic scenario. Why don't I believe in this other scenario? Well, because it's too predictable, the charts are too similar. Yes, that's true. Ideally, the price should be pushed even lower, maybe somewhere to the $80,000 range, to scare everyone and make everyone believe that this exact scenario is playing out. But no one will make such a perfect repeat, because you need super negative news like Binance going bankrupt, Bybit, some major exchange, or Michael Saylor getting out of the game. Plus, The players, so to speak, have changed now. Much bigger players have come in than before. So I don't expect a repeat of this scenario at all, because I think that in the current reality, it's impossible. Right now, I'm expecting either growth from the current levels, or we'll go down somewhere to the 80, say 80 to 75 range. Maybe we'll collect stops somewhere around 72. And from there will be an even more powerful growth to scare everyone. So they all believe in this scenario that I'm telling you about here. Personally, I'm bullish. Crypto is becoming part of everyday life. Many new ETFs are being added to the exchange. Big players are adding it to their portfolios, and companies are now accumulating, including Bitcoin itself. And in my opinion, it's Bitcoin and say the top 10 currencies that will be on ETFs that will perform very well next year. Solana is also looking very good right now, especially since it was released on an ETF and it's now following the same pattern as the Bitcoin ETF indicator. So we see that there's an accumulation phase. During this accumulation, the people who bought Solana down here for around 20 bucks are selling. Now they're exiting their positions right here through those same ETFs that are being introduced. We might dip to somewhere in the 80 to 90 range. After that, it'll be the same as what happened with Bitcoin. First, it dropped sharply, and then there was a sharp rally to a new high. I expect the same thing for Solana, so I'm quite bullish. I think the negative market sentiment will change soon. Again, we have a rate cut coming up, we have a new president coming, and we have money printing ahead. Even Trump said he'll start handing out money in September, October. In fact, I think September, October, November, December of next year will be the best market, when we'll see some kind of parabolic growth, maybe something like this. So for now, there's time to learn to build up your chart reading skills, to gather some capital that you can slowly start to deploy and invest. And then we just wait for 2026, when there will be incredible growth. Again, this won't apply to all coins, only the ones that have already proven themselves and will be on an ETF. So subscribe to the channel. There will be a lot of interesting content here.